Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the 4PL Play for Fame TT Esports July qualifier number 4. I got it out again. And this time we are going to see Fatcamp take on Elo Hell. We did just see an absolute stomp from Fatcamp in that last game.
I thought it was pretty close.
Yeah man, I mean, just forget what I said. That was really close. I mean, both teams, they had a very even chance in winning it. Baron was a huge factor in that. I'm just going to stop.
14 to 51, I think, at the end score, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think more. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, you're right. But we're in the picks and bans. Let's stop dribbling on. Elo Hell, Ban, Lee Sin, Ari, Fatcamp, Malphite.
Efficient. Anyway, so Malphite, Gragas, very strong picks. Interesting with the Gragas ban. I don't usually see that at all, but okay. Ari and Orianna, okay, makes a lot of sense considering that Orianna play last game was amazing from Konzaku. And just taking a look at the team, actually, they're kind of like a mismatch of many different teams. I've casted Dux before, Glucose in Replica, I think, and Talol in a different team. And then you've just got Sundi and Tons of Damage, who I am not familiar with. But either way, we're waiting for the last ban. There it is, sharing global presence, and that makes a little more sense. And there we go.
Yeah, the Orianna ban actually coming out. You know, you can ban Orianna out because she is a very scary champion. Might have watched the last game and thought, don't want to go against that. Maybe. I have no idea. But Elo Hell are up to pick first. Probably going to go for the safe pick, maybe for the support. We will just have to wait and see.
Yep, Graves will be that pickup. Anywho, and yeah, Graves just really strong at the moment as an AD carry. He's definitely up there with like Graves and Corki. No, Graves is up there with Graves. Yes, Corki and Ezreal. Yeah, exactly. So Corki and Ezreal are definitely one of the main pick champions, along with Ashe. A lot of the AD carries are doing quite well for themselves at the moment. Graves definitely one of the strongest. Just a lot of beefiness and burst. And there we go. We have Corki, just as we were saying.
Yeah, Graves very attractive due to that burst he possesses, and you know Ezreal, Corki, you know that in my opinion, I definitely think they're the best two AD carries at the moment because they scale throughout the game very, very well in terms of everything, really. So we're going to see Corki on the opposite team with a Sona as well, and I hate laning against a Sona. I just don't know why. I just hate going against Sona. So if you ever see me in a game, guys, play Sona.
Sona? It's not very difficult to do so. Anyway, Sona is really strong at the moment because Nif is not playing her again, and Nif is like the Sona player. That's his character. And Sona is really strong at the moment. She's just come back into it, that minor buff, and everyone's playing Sona. It's just like in every single game. We saw Ghostly Pepper play him a lot. Well, play her a lot. So yeah, really, really strong. If you didn't know, Sona was a man. Transvestite. So we do have Nautilus and Leona picked on Elo Hell's team. Don't worry, I'm schizophrenic. What? And that'll probably be the jungler, and a lot of aggression at the bottom. You don't usually see Leona as a pick. What do you think about that one?
I personally love Leona. I mean, the team fights, you know, the stuff she brings to the team fight with that really great stun coming in. I think she's really underplayed. I mean, whenever I go AD, the first support I actually ask for is a Leona. I just love laning with a Leona. And obviously you've got Nautilus as well. His ganking capability is absolutely tremendous. So, I mean, automatically Elo Hell's lineup is looking very, very deadly. I'd say to counter this Nautilus, maybe get a Shyvana in the mix in the jungle, just like last game, because as we know, Shyvana so good with counter jungling. And that's how you shut down a Nautilus.
Definitely. With the support junglers, Shyvana's kind of like counter meta because she just counter jungles them. If they don't get a good gank, then they fall behind because they've lost all of their jungle. Again, if the ganks are going to be weaker because of it, because they're going to be a lower level, it just scales out of control from there. And as long as your lanes are competent, then they won't die and they'll be good to go. Talon actually picking up Skarner. Very interesting. You don't usually see Skarner nowadays because he doesn't have great ganks pre-6. Even then he has to get in melee range, then he needs flash to actually land that one. Got a lot of early damage, he just can't reach anyone, he's easily kited.
Maybe he's going to go lane? I have no idea. I'm saying that because, I mean, with a Skarner, to really land something, you need to go straight next to the opposition and pull them, you know, with the armor, of course. And with a Nautilus on the opposite side, then you have the smoke screen from Graves, you have the Leona stun as well. All counter actions for Skarner right there. Skarner's going to have to flash in, but even with that, it's still going to be very hard to get to the opposition, so I'm not sure. And especially with a Kassadin can just completely silence them out.
Yeah, all the pickups from Grom, you know, it's fine just carry on switching. Possibly a Zyra pickup as well. But as you said, they've got so much CC straight off the bat that it's very difficult for Skana just to even get in range. Like, I completely agree with that. And Zyra, yeah, there it is. Zyra is picked up along with Olaf. That is ballsy play. Like, to pick a champion up that's been released from like this morning is like amazing. And I almost said yesterday because I slept between this morning and now. Wait, what?
I haven't actually got to play Zyra because I'm a noob. I haven't got enough IP, and I can't be bothered to really to buy the RP. But Cassiopeia, possibly. I'm not sure if they've locked in. I'm a bit behind you right now, so.
I have a bit of an opinion on Zyra. I've watched maybe 5 games with her in and played with her twice. Like, her base damages seem kind of low. No matter what she maxes, her kit seems really good. It's not like Swejani. She has a really nice kit, but her numbers are a bit too low. And I feel the same thing as for Zyra. So I could go in for a long time on theory crafting, so I'll save that for later. But for now, is there anyone you want to look at who with their rune pages and masteries?
Zyra. Let's go on Zyra.
Go
for it.
Voyage of Discovery. And okay, the page is called Troll, and it is 8.5 magic penetration, 24 magic resist at level 18, so scaling magic resist, 15 ability power, and 175 health at level 18. Masteries, we do have 2109, taking that runic affinity, going with 1 point in swiftness, 3 points into that meditation for the mana regen, and all the way down to Executioner, going through Havoc, Arcane Knowledge, Blast, and Archmage. Not actually interesting, taking Butcher or Brute Force for the auto attack, harass, and the easier CSing. Interesting.
I still don't understand the Skana pick. I can completely understand, you know, level 6 is very good with the ganks, and, you know, his pool's very good, but you have to get to the enemy. And now with Zyra in the mix as well, her ultimate, so much CC from Elo Hell right now. It's actually, it's not even funny. So much CC. I'm not sure how Skana's going to get in range.
Yeah, like just to clarify, you have Nautilus, King of CC, Zyra, E, which is an AoE route, and ultimate AoE knockup. You have the blind as well, which is really irritating, slow from Olaf, CC from Leona, goes without saying. That is a lot of CC.
Exactly. I don't understand, but I don't know. I guess we're just going to have to wait and see in the game. Maybe he's going to surprise us. So we are just going to quickly cut to a quick commercial break, guys. Do not go anywhere. After the break, we do have the 4PL Play for Fame TT Esports July qualifier number 4 with Elo Hell facing off against Fatcamp. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the 4PL Play for Fame TT Esports July qualifier number 4. We have got Elo Hell up against Fatcamp, and as me and Pulse have both said, like a lot of times, I don't understand the Skarner pick. Shyvana definitely would have been the more suitable pick in this matchup because can completely out jungle Nautilus, then will help other lanes because Nautilus will have to stay in his jungle, won't be able to go to lanes, and that. But I do not understand this. No logic.
Yeah, I have to agree. Shall we repeat it basically? Because it's like, you look at Skarner, and it's like, well, what does he offer that Shyvana doesn't? He doesn't really have the counter jungling potential. Maybe he can duel Nautilus, yes, but not as quickly as Shyvana could. His ultimate is going to get kited by pretty much everyone on Elo Hell having CC. It doesn't make very much sense.
Absolutely, but we are live in the game for Elo Hell up against Fatcamp, and the question is, are we going to see any level 1 fights? Well, the answer to that will come up very, very shortly. Looks like both teams are going to head towards this mid position, maybe going to sneak in towards the bush. Elo Hell going to go towards the right, towards the blue, and will they get spotted? Yep, I definitely think they did. Olaf was just a bit too late getting into that bush. Nautilus's big fat body was just in the way. Persona has to be careful here. Ward has gone down. That's going to get completely demolished as all 4 players were there. Leona is going to come in very, very late as well. But they are both just congregating around this area right now. Kennen has just entered the bush. Nautilus is going to go in first, going to chase after that Kennen. But they are just going to go towards the blue buff now. And it looks like they are going to try and steal this. Although they have still got the option of going back pulse. So they are actually just going to stay around now. And Fatcamp going to stay straight at their tower. Although, Elo Hell are waiting behind this wall. So if, not 4PL, I was about to say 4PL. Because the guy's got 4PL tag. So that's really confusing. But they're actually going to go for the counter jungle on the opposite side as well. Whilst Elo Hell is waiting behind this wall, anticipating something, but nothing is going to come around the corner. So it looks like it's just going to be a trade between the two. Oh, the ward was actually in the bush, so they see Fatcamp at their blue buff. So they knew, okay, it's safe. We can just steal this blue. They're not going to come around the corner, and that's going to be that. So a trade between blue buffs on either side.
Will Olaf be able to do something? He's going to see if he can steal it, maybe with an axe, maybe with his E? No, he's taken Undertow, okay. Are they going to smite it? That was the question. Sundi potentially in a bad position, taking a bit of damage. Talal trying to pick this up. Will he be able to disrupt them enough before they back off? That is the question.
Well, no. The smite coming in from Skarner. That answers our question. Very, very quickly indeed. So, Olaf is going to go back towards lane, so is Jack, so is everybody else, and the laning phase will begin. Sona will actually recall, so a bit of time gone off there. Corky going to be in the lane on his own for just a little bit, but should be absolutely fine. Nautilus maybe going to go for this gank. No, he's just going to cross and potentially get this red buff. And yeah, so basically just a trade between blue. Sona back towards her bot lane, and that is about it for now. And yep, laning phase has begun.
Definitely. So I'm looking at mid, and let's bring up the topic of Zyra. So I've seen her a couple times, and basically she seems a bit like Jace and maybe like beginning of Lee Sin and Swezrani in the fact that she doesn't have very much base damage. Her numbers are a bit low, and basically the way she compensates for it, like look at that, full combo on Kennen, just chunked off about Meanwhile bottom.
Oh, a bot lane. A bit of damage going out, but I think both will be fine. Sorry, I was actually looking at mid as well. I was actually just staring at Zyra. I was like, whoa.
Zyra. Anyway, anywho, moving along.
Oh no, bot lane. It looks like no. He's gonna jump away. Sorry, carry on.
Bottom lane, trolls, complete trolls. So meanwhile, top tower looking potentially to do something. So carry on at Zyra training forward. So Zyra numbers are just a bit low. Like she looks to use her plants basically to even up the damage, but it's not reliable enough. And Veggie potentially meeting Talon.
Absolutely, Nautilus is going to chase this Skarner down. Skarner is just going to escape in towards this bush. Nautilus is going to stay behind. Ignite has been popped on towards Jack. It definitely looks like there could be a potential kill here, but Skarner is trying to fend off this huge Nautilus right in the middle of this tower as the axe does miss. And he could actually go down here. Nautilus is flashing away. He's going to go down indeed. Skarner with the kill, and now Olaf is going to chase down this Skarner, actually getting that kill on towards Jax as well. Zyra is there as well. The true damage coming out, and Zyra will finish it off, and Skarner will fall. there we go. 2 kills to 1 already. Zyra and Olaf will pick up a kill each, and so will Skarner.
Yeah, it was a really nice trade, and obviously with Zyra coming up as well, they were just stalling for that to become a 3 versus 2, picking up that kill. Kennen did not follow, interestingly enough. Maybe didn't want to get caught because Zyra does have the pin down, so if he'd gone out of lane, maybe that was just a bait, so he really couldn't afford to move. But again, great mobility, great play by Elo Hell, just mobilizing around the map, picking up that first 2-4-1. However, Scotland did pick up first blood. That's really nice on the jungler. Will bring you ahead, get you the first off the gold item, and allow you to scale really, really well. So, yeah, at the moment, double buff Zyra. That's going to be hella scary right now for CosQ. And maybe it will give Zyra what she needs to scale well.
Absolutely. He's going to actually snare on towards Kennen, and that red buff coming into effect as well. In the mix of that, Nautilus is going to place that ward down. He's going to see Skarner as well. Jax is going to leap on towards Olaf here. And Olaf did just get stunned for a second, but I think they should both be fine. Nautilus is coming towards the top and is going to look for a gank. Jax is pushed a little bit towards the mid of the lane.
Yep,
as pings are sorry?
Go ahead.
No, he is actually going to go straight and land it as well, as Jax should maybe go down, but no, the flash is going to save him. Skarner was there as well, as they did ping on towards that actually. But yeah, you know, Zyra got the kill, has gone back, got the double Dorian early on as well, and the double buff as well, just chunking HP from Kennen already. Olaf went back and finished off that Philo Stone, and is going to go back to lane. So, you know, like you said, mid lane, Kennen is going to have a very hard job because, you know, at this early level, getting a blue buff on one of these champions, I think she actually got it at level 2 or 3, can completely dominate the lane and just snowball it.
Yeah, the thing with Zyra is she's got a pretty spammable Q, but like Ziggs, basically does not have the mana for it because it's very, very high mana cost. It's like his bouncing bomb. They've reduced that now, but on Zyra, it still hurts her a lot. With blue buff early, that's perfect scenario, but I don't think you can generalize this across the board for Zyra because you're not always going to get double buff. So, yeah, she has a lot of harass right now, but that's only really because of the situation she's gotten double buff and kill and assist. She's gonna potentially looking to reclaim this though.
Yeah, absolutely. Nautilus is straight behind as well. This could be very, very bad. Zyra is there, going to pop the ultimate as well, knock him straight up as Nautilus is right in there, right in the mix. And Skarner could fall. The shield has been popped, but that is not going to help him. Skarner will fall very quickly indeed. And there we go. The power of that ultimate from Zyra right there. But Kennen is going to follow immediately. Stun goes down and a brilliant pickup from Kennen, but the passive from Zyra. Goodbye, Kennen. And Zyra will pick up the kill. Nautilus picking up an assist on that one as well. And now Nautilus will head in towards the enemy jungle. Not the enemy jungle. We'll go towards bot lane, sorry. And, or the blue buff. Well, it is up now, so he could get it. But yeah, great stuff for Zyra there, getting the kill back on towards Kennen.
That's the great thing with Zyra as well. It's a bit like Kog'Maw in that sense, with the true damage passive, and of course it is ranged. Meanwhile, a bottom potential initiate going to go down. I think just some harass.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be harass. Unless... Oh, wait, Skarner is actually going to chase down Nautilus, but
Angry.
that dredge line is going to be too much, as top lane it looks like Olaf is just going to put a bit of damage down to Jax. But that is about it for now. Let's have a quick look at CS at top lane. It looks like Olaf is kind of zoning Jax out right now. Jax with 22, Olaf on 35. Not a huge difference. It is, you know, a nice difference to have. But Olaf just looks to be in the driver's seat from this perspective anyway.
Yeah, definitely, and Skarner was really angry about that one, just seeing his blue buff run away from him. And it's really nice for Skarner to have. I mean, it's not essential, but I mean, there you go. I mean, Ken doesn't really use it because he is an energy user, but it's always nice for Skarner to have, to kind of just sustain himself. Meanwhile, at top,
yeah, top lane it looks like Olaf is actually going to come under a bit of trouble. Jax is going to try it on, and he's going to get it on, as Olaf is going to go down indeed. I'm missing everything today. I mean, I'm lucky I have you here, Pulse. Otherwise, I probably would have missed every single kill by now. But it looks like Skarner is going to go for a dive out of the bot lane. Crescendo is absolutely perfect. Stun coming out from Leona, though, trying to delay the inevitable, as both Graves and Leona will fall. And there's a double kill for Corki coming in at bot lane. And, well, Corki, when you get Corki fed, he is amazing as an AD carry. Along with a lot of people, but I just find Corki so strong. I don't know.
yeah, definitely. I mean, proc carries like Corki and Ezreal, they are really, really strong because you have the Trinity Force mid-game. What can you do? It's just massive, massive damage. They have more mid-game scaling than the general AD carry, but less late-game, but that's how it works. Considering most team fights happen in mid-game, it makes a whole lot of sense to do it because it's mid-game. Because pretty much all the team fights happen in mid-game, strength in the mid-game, you win the game. Unless you can stall out until late game where you have an incredibly strong scaling team, but that doesn't generally happen.
Absolutely. So Corki has gone back, picked up the double Dorans, the Ruby Crystal, and the Longsword as well, along with 3 HP pots, finished off the Berserker's Greaves. Along with that one, as well as Skarner and Kennen are both going to try and chase down Zyra, but that plant, too strong, is like, no, I'm not going in towards that plant. And dodged it, and they kind of thought, yeah, I'm not going to get there in time. So, you know, you've got the blue buff on both Nautilus and Zyra. Really nice stuff for Elo Hell. Already looks like they're going to make a transfer towards top lane, maybe. There's a ward in this bush, so Kennen and the team has seen as Jax is going to go straight towards Olaf. And Olaf is having to burn that ultimate off, as they may potentially go for a chase on Skarner. But no, the ultimate actually missing there on Kennen, just a bit late on that knock-up, and Skarner is in a bit of trouble here, but that speed up is going to allow him to just get away there, as the ward is in that tri-bush. So Elo Hell are going to go straight towards Jax and land the dredge line, and I think the axe just got him. I'm not completely sure, but Zyra hasn't got that ultimate at her disposal, and she's going to go in blindsided as she's going to go straight in towards Jax and Skarner, but there's the ultimate from Nautilus. Is Nautilus going to be able to pick at least 1 kill up? Or no, the passive from Zyra is going to come in, and Veggie has to escape right now as Kennen is coming in, and he's going to pop that ultimate, the stun as well, the flash coming out from Nautilus, and Skarner is going to chase him down as well, but the Q coming out from Kennen is going to secure the kill. 7 kills to 5. Olaf has to run away, tails between his legs, although he is just going to land that last axe. Really nice axe, actually. I'm going to give him props to that one. Nice.
Dead axe. Dead
axe, exactly.
So yeah, basically you have the game being really even at this stage, and both teams have some really nice late game scaling, so you really can't call at the moment. Meanwhile at bottom.
Meanwhile at bottom, indeed, the stun did come out. Leona did finish that kill off on towards Sona. See what I mean? I'm missing everything, man. I apologise, guys.
To be honest, that kill was 0.7 seconds before she got insta-gibbed, so that's forgivable. There was no real time to react.
Forgived. It's alright.
Yeah. But yeah, over the rest of the map, looks like Zyra's going to go for the standard sort of Deathfire Grasp, and a lot of AP carries are doing that nowadays because it gives burst. Interesting enough, because the recommended build is like tanky mage, which makes no sense when her skills are towards maybe something happening at top. I think more harass than anything.
Just some harass.
Yeah. Actually,
although he's going to jump. Oh my god. They're teasing us false. And Dragon.
All the innuendos. They will be going on Drake. And 4 men there. No, think they can do anything about this one. Yep, there we go. Blue team picking it up. Will they get the pick onto tons of damage?
Well, Corki is there against 3 players. Did actually burn that Ignite, I think, on towards Nautilus right now. Skarner is there as well. Flash has been burned. They have to get out of there. The last thing you want is a Skarner getting right up in your grill and pulling you away from the battlefield as the slow has been released. The dredge line was too slow and Nautilus will fall. Brilliant stuff from Skarner. Corki comes in with yet another kill, and that late game carry is going to be very, very scary as Kennen is also going to get a kill. And wow, that's Skarner, man. 5 assists, 2 kills, 2 deaths, 5 assists already, and I don't know how he's doing it. I mean, on paper, you know, we had him down as, we don't get this pick, you know. I just think he's been at the right place at the right time. Zyra is going to go for this blue steel. He's just going to be waiting outside there and is going to try and pick it up. Plant speed release isn't going to happen. The ultimate actually hitting on towards Skarner. Skarner very low, but will be able to escape. So yeah, Corki 3 kills, man.
Yeah, for sure. Like, timing and placement can make up for a pick in itself, and talent by no means is bad. Like, he has a lot of damage. He has a lot. When he gets on someone, he pins them in place. But Flash easily disrupts that. Unlike a Nautilus, who someone flashes, lol, I've just pulled you back with Dredge Line. It's like you can't escape ever. You can't leave. References, but. Yeah, it's very difficult to escape from a Nautilus, whereas Skarner, you've got the ultimate, yeah, okay, but then you had the Leona and she just flashed away from it. It didn't matter because he had 3 other people there. As you said, timing on Skarner, absolutely impeccable. 7 assists, basically, on him. 2 kills, 5 assists. That is 7 out of 9. Pretty good. Pretty good for a jungler, considering it's not ganking jungler, it's more of a control jungler.
Yeah, absolutely. So Skarner's going to be very happy, along with Corki at bot lane. That's what I'm really looking forward to seeing towards the late game, is just Corki. That's all I want to see. And along with that, you know, Kennen, we haven't really mentioned Kennen. You know, the damage he does bring to the table, plus that stun that comes in as well, is absolutely great for the team. Skarner is going to go towards mid, trying to land this pull. Is going to land it. Kennen's going to go straight in right there. Stun right out. Q, is he going to land it? Well, the answer is yes. He's going to pick up yet another kill. Passive coming out. Just going to stand right in the middle of that. Graves, on the other hand, is going to pick up a kill on towards Sona. Exhaust pop on towards Corki. Oh, Corki is going to Valkyrie away back to safety and back to his own tower. So Kennen with yet another kill and another great gank from Skarner.
I'd like to replay that because that was an incredibly fast kill by Hosanna and Grom. I mean, that's just the power of Graves and Leona. Incredible burst. Proc from Leona, and then boom, you've just got bookshot collateral damage. It's just pain on a stick. That's pretty much insta-giving Sona. Like, she has no time to react. As soon as she's caught by the Zenith Blade, dead. That's just how it rolls. And Consecute don't work at the moment. I mean, Skarner as well, just all over the map, got a lot of presence. Funny enough, he's got more presence, and actually Mew on bottom.
Oh, Leona is going to dive straight in. Corki's there, but Kennen in the right place at the right time. Going to go straight in, stun on towards Graves. Corki picks up the kill, and there's 4 kills to 0. And now they're going to dive straight on towards this Leona. Stun from Kennen, and that's going to make all the difference as the double kill from Corki, as pings are going to come in at the top from Jax. We're going to try and shut down that Ola, but I think it's going to be a bit after. Well, it's going to happen now. Skarner's going to go straight in, I presume, unless Olaf does change course. Skarner's going to go straight in, balls deep, and there's the stun from Jax. Is the ultimate going to be burnt from Skarner? Has he actually got that up? I don't think he has.
Skarner hasn't.
Yes, he has. Well, he's answered that question, It is up, and he's going to use it to get yet another kill. Just great stuff all around from Skarner, really providing them ganks to really pick up them kills. And well, Corki 5 kills, Kennen 4 kills, Skarner 2, and Jax with 2 as well.
Yeah, Skarner's just had so much presence. It's like his ganks have just been amazing. Every time I think he's gone into a lane, he gets a kill. It's just incredible. Right now, they're behind in goal purely because of the towers, but they are evening up right now. They just picked one and reclaimed that. But they pick up another tower, they'll be way ahead. They're doing really well, and considering I would assume they have slightly weaker early game, yeah, I would say that. Because they have Nautilus, King of Ganks, pre-6, and then obviously past 6 because he's got that ultimate which was crazy good. Graves, massive burst damage. Leona in that laning phase is also really strong. And Olaf, I suppose he's more late game, but they need some late game scaling anyway. So on that note, surely they should be slightly stronger. That being said, Corki and Sona are really strong as lane, however they are, I was going to say losing, but he's 5-0. Every time I look at bottom, Graves is killing them, but yet Corki is like 5-0, 1. Amazing.
Yeah, the guy we fought was basically the pick that would ruin the lineup, has actually had the greatest amount of presence and has been the game changer for Fatcamp right now. I mean, to be honest, Fatcamp are doing really well now, but Elo Hell in team fights are still going to be so strong. I mean, the goal difference isn't that much. I personally think Elo Hell could easily win this still. I mean, I wasn't right in either team off. I mean, they both have a chance of winning it, but I think maybe Elo Hell a bit stronger in team fights. But mid, you did just cough in there. There we go. Kennen is going to get shut down. Pulse coming in for the rescue as well. Top lane, Jax is going to try and shut down Olaf here. Olaf is on the retreat. Jax on the offense. Here comes Nautilus just to secure the kill. No, he's on the same team. What am I talking about? Nautilus just made sure that Olaf stayed alive. I apologize, guys. I'm dribbling once again. See, this is what you get, Pulse. Dribble fest. I thought he was on the opposite team.
Good, yeah. I mean, you know, it makes a lot of sense because he looks a lot like Jax. Veggie caught in mid, however. I think he should be good.
Is in mid. The dredge line again getting cancelled out, and the Shredder's getting popped as well from Skarner. Crescendo is going to secure another kill. Corki with 6, and well, cancel what I said about that team fight. If Corki can get in the right position and he can just fire off them shots and just completely dominate like he is now, it's going to be good times. They're going to pull the dragon out, try and really make a difference in this goal. Elo Hell actually ahead right now, as Graves is going to be there, and well, 2v4, not the greatest stuff. Azari is going to come in as well. That damage, as Graves is going to burst down Sona and Leona on the retreat, but they are stronger right now. Graves actually flashing in, not sure if that was a mistake. Olaf is there as well, and there's the shutdown from Graves. Kennen having to actually lightning rush away. Zara is actually going to flash over, try the snare, not going to happen. Kennen is going to ult in, well, goodbye, as Olaf is going to signal that one. And now Leona and Olaf and Zara are going to chase down this Skarner and Jax, but they are going to be able to get behind their tower just in time. And there's a fight for Elo Hell. They are now ahead in gold, and they should be able to pick up this dragon. What a turnaround. I mean, it was 13-7, now it's 14-11. A great team fight for Elo Hell.
Yeah, that was perfect. It wasn't so much as a team fight, it's more like picks after picks, and then people going in at odd times, which basically won them the fight, because they have a great pick team if you look at it, because we were talking about the CC before, weren't we? That being said, obviously, we were saying Talos had great presence over the map, and that's all well and good, but they have a lot of mobility on both teams, really. I mean, they both have a lot of mobility, it's just that they went in at wrong times. I still think that Fatcamp are stronger right now, it's just that they had a bit of a miscommunication as to when to go in, a bit of misplay in the positioning, but aside from that, Elo Hell played it perfectly. They used their pick comp, Leona just pinning people down, and then everyone else following with the damage. What can you do?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that happens in every team, you know. You might get that one fight where you just, you know, off target right there. And I agree with you. I think Corky is going to be a huge, huge factor in the team fight. I mean, he's 6 kills to 1. So, yeah, I think they just definitely got caught off guard there. And Elo Hell, they took advantage of it. Why? Don't blame them, you know. They just went straight in for it. They got it. And now they are 14-11. They are the gold up as well. Olaf got to push this top lane as well. About a quarter left on that tower. Zara and Kennen facing off in the mid. Leona actually in that bush as well. Probably going to try and land a stun off at some kind, but Sona is actually going to come in as well. It's going to be the battle of the supports as the mid battle will come on as well. But here comes Skarner, here comes Graves. Zara is going to knock Sona straight in the air. Goodbye, as Graves will signal that ultimate straight in towards the middle of that lane to pick up the kill. The snare actually missing towards Skarner. Skarner is forced to flash, and well, Kennen's very low. He's going to try and recall in that bush, but decided no, that's not safe enough. So yeah, another kill for Elo Hell coming in, and they are on the comeback.
Yeah, definitely. They're just getting picks where they're in better positions, basically, and then they get a pick, and then they follow after. The great CC that they have allows them to pick up more kills after that. It's a great punish comp in that sense. If Fatcamp are out of position, they're going to get punished for it. And because Elo Hell have the wards all over that side of the map, it's really working out for them. Skarner's de-warded the bottom jungle, but meanwhile on the top they have those aggressive wards down. And that's what you have to do with a pick composition. You have to have wards everywhere. You need vision. For high mobility, you need vision. And that's what both teams are looking for. That's why both junglers have that Oracle. I think Nautilus was taken off him. Yeah, I think it was. So that's what they're trying to do. However, as just said, Nautilus has lost his Oracle and therefore they've lost vision, but they still have the advantage, therefore they can put offensive wards down and not really get caught up because they have the advantage and they're the hunter rather than the hunted.
Absolutely, mid lane we are going to see a face-off for the 4 if Skarner does come out of that bush. Has actually got an Oracle as well. Dredgelight coming in on towards Corky. That's the target, man. They want down. Look at that damage as the ultimate from Nautilus is going to knock him straight up in the air. They can't capitalize on it. Zara is in there with her ultimate. So's Kennen as well. Kennen will fall along with Graves. Skarner is going to pick up that kill. And Olaf is going to come into the mix as well at top lane, picking up kill on towards Jax. And now they set their sights on towards Skarner. He is definitely going to fall. Zara picking up yet another kill in this exchange. Currently 6-3. 210 CS, looking like a scary plant growing machine. And now Elo Hell going to push this lane, and Olaf got to push top. Brilliant fight for Elo Hell once again. And the snare actually coming in from Sona is going to finish her off. And well, Zyra, I was kind of questioning myself, you know, when she came out. Is she going to be viable for competitive play? And from this game alone, I'm liking it, man. I really am.
I think she's a bit like Fizz, where you need to have a good start to become relevant. But if you can play her well, then yeah, sure. But she had that great early game. Double buff and a kill and an assist that early on to the game. If you didn't win your lane, I'd be a bit frightened. Like, I think Heimerdinger might be able to do it, honestly, if you have such a great start like that. But that being said, Suchet doing exactly what he needs to do, and that's like a trademark of a good player. Being able to snowball with an advantage. No matter what advantage you have, you still snowball with it. That's something that a lot of players just don't do, or don't know how to do, and that's a massive issue. But Suchet doing it perfectly. 7-3-6, got their fire grabs, got the Rabadon's death cap, got the huge burst right now.
Absolutely, Suchet doing great work in that middle lane. Well, team fights moreover. I mean, the laning phase was very influenced from Skarner for Kennen picking up a lot of them kills, and but you know Zyra really proven her worth towards this late game stage, and well, all they need to do is target that Corki. If they get that Corki down, I think they'll be fine. I think the second guy they really need to look out for though is obviously Kennen and Jax as well. If Jax gets a couple more kills, he's going to be very, very scary. But here we go, Elo Hell going to go straight towards that mid lane. Nautilus going to pop that Shirelias and the flash coming out from Sona to deny that dredge line being successful. And well, that was definitely needed from Sona. And now Elo Hell put that ward down. A ward is actually in this mid bush from both teams right now, so they see them cross. She also, well, they also see. Yeah, exactly. The plants come. What?
Get 5 plants, 6 plants.
They need to nerf that.
No, it's because he was setting up. It's a bit like Shaco boxes. You have to have time to set them up. But even so, the boxes, well, the plants were just ripping apart Baron.
I think they might put something like a bigger cooldown on that. I think in the future, maybe.
The reason it works is because her damage on her other abilities is so low. She needs the turrets to become effective, but her counter is basically kiting or moving away from where her turrets are, a bit like Heimerdinger. So she's not overpowered in that sense. It's just that if you are in a prolonged fight in like a trade-off with Zyra, then you'll probably lose because the turrets do so much damage and very difficult to get rid of. Because unlike Heimer turrets, they don't have health. It's every time you hit them, a bit like Team Mushrooms.
Yeah, whoa. Shushay doing a good job at eliminating that Baron very, very quickly indeed. The plants have been grown as well, straight next to this wall. And Zyra is just planting them up like a boss, straight over the wall, actually. And they are going to expire now. Elo Hell are on the verge of just pushing this lane. They have got that Baron buff, so they want to make good use of it, at least take an inhibitor or a really good team fight, possibly. As Poke just coming in, and again, I want to keep my eye on Skarner in a fight if it does come along. I want to see if he actually manages to land that ultimate, because I mean the CC from Elo Hell, like we said, is going to be very, very influential in the team fight to stop Skarner pulling their carry, like Zara, away from the battle and doing her work. Anyway, Poke just coming out, just like I said, from Elo Hell. They are in the driver's seat with that Baron buff, as 3 plants have been planted from Zyra. So it's like, you put the plants down, don't go near the plants, or you're going to die. That's basically what it's like with a Zyra right now. Nautilus really wants to engage, but is actually taking a lot of damage for doing so. And he's going to have to back off just a little bit. And I think Elo Hell may be going to go for the drag. I'm not sure. I mean, Nautilus is taking quite a bit of damage now. And they seem a bit hesitant with going in.
They don't want to engage, but they have great sieging, and Zyra's plants just allow them to do so. They push forward, put some plants down. If you engage, then we're going to have more damage. What can you do? And this is going back to that sort of control and zoning ability of Zyra, where you can engage, but okay, that's going to be a prolonged fight.
Oh, here we go. Kennen going to go straight in with Alma. Jax did actually leap strike first, but here comes the knock-up from Elo Hell, from Nautilus. In fact, Skarner will fall very quickly. Graves will get the kill. Leona, there was Ignite bursting down as Graves will get a double, as Zyra will get a single as well. Kennen will fall, and now Elo Hell. The only player to fall was Leona, and 3 players from Fatcamp will fall. So great, great stuff coming out from Elo Hell. I think they could probably finish it now indefinitely as well. Corki and Jax are the only players there, but they might be able to fend it off. They are quite low, but that damage from Zyra is just too strong. Valkyrie away will save Corki's life, but now they're just going to burst down these towers like an absolute boss. The snare coming in, look at that burst. Just the synergy with Zyra and Graves, that snare coming in, then the plants, and then just the burst from Graves. Is just so good. So they are just going to try and take it down this Nexus. It's like, you come towards me and Zyra, you're dead. That's literally what they're saying right now. I definitely think this is just going to be the end. Look at that. Just wow. He was in his spawn. Regenerating health while that happened.
Crazy. And that would be the game.
Wow. Zyra and Graves. Wow. That's all I have to say, man.
Yeah, there's very little to add. I mean, it was a fairly close game until the point where you just felt they lost it, because they didn't have the greatest of late game scaling compared to like mass CC, because what can you do against CC? You just can't reach the carries. If your carries get fed, exactly what happened there, 8 and 9 kills respectively on Graves and Zyra, then what can you do? There's just too much CC in the way. Nautilus, Olaf, Leona, and then they've got CC of their own. It's very, very difficult to get near.
Yeah, I mean, during the end of like the laning phase when Skarner was having a big influence on the team, I thought, maybe this is gonna work.
Hmm.
I mean, we bashed it quite a lot in the load-in screen and stuff about Skarner, why they're picking it, but I think that basically our theory really just came true there. I mean, you just don't take a Skarner against that CC-based team, especially when you're going in for a team fight. I mean, that last team fight, Skarner couldn't even get towards his ultimate. It just took one ultimate from Nautilus and the burst damage potential, or just the burst damage from Graves and Zyra. It was just like GG, BB. That's
Hmm.
it.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
yeah, it has been a fat camp against Elo Hell. Elo Hell will obviously advance through, and we will be back for another match, I think. Hexa, have you? So it's going to be Elo Hell once again up against Acer Poland. That's definitely going to be a good game, I think. So we will just take a break, guys. Do not go anywhere. This is the 4PL Play for Fame TT Esports July qualifier number 4. You did just watch Elo Hell up against Fatcamp. I'm Enzi, joined by Pulse once again, Hexa on the streaming duties, and we have Elo Hell once again up against Acer Poland.